They're his first pair since I've known him.
You need to turn on that. You're gonna
Oh,
drop
what? He said I was done soon. I said he should have asked for one soon. Alright, he's gonna log me out really quick.
adulting on fools. We're adulting on fools. We're adulting on fools.
Guys, I forgot to set up the video, so you're not going to see us for a second. But we are here in the flesh, in the virtual flesh. Oh, damn it. There's Scott. There's Sarah.
My speed is.
Yeah.
There's me. And there's Nicholas.
Scott's frozen.
Are you serious?
It's
You said, "Are you?"
very-
Your voice, your face said, "Are you serious?" And then your audio came in.
Yeah. That was weird.
What about now? Is it
It's
still bad?
So delayed.
Your
My
video
upload
shows
speed's bad.
your video is showing your face.
Your upload speed's bad. You
and then
said?
your audio is bad.
Yeah, my download speed is 521. My upload is 4.33.
Yeah, that's abysmal.
Scott, you
I
gotta
don't know
get
what
this
the-
together. I have to go to bed in like 9 minutes, okay?
I don't know what to do.
I would restart your router, honestly.
That could take forever.
That takes 5 minutes at most.
That's gonna shut down the entire house.
It will, and then everything will come back up faster.
It's not the internet speed.
Is the boomer trying to tell the millennial how internet works?
Let me try this one more time, okay?
I like.
It looked like a picture that Piper drew.
It was What's going on, YouTube? What is everybody doing? What is everyone doing? Well, you're watching us, so why would I ask you that? How is everybody doing? I don't know how many people are watching because I don't have anything up. We said
It says 8
fantasy-
people watching.
8 people. Let's do a little
We're
roll
into the
call. Who's
internet.
watching? Hey, Ryan. Slusky says hello. How are both of your weeks going? What do you guys want to hear us talk about tonight? Maybe we will pick a user topic. Because if Scott's not here, that means we're doing this by ourselves. Because the show must go on. The show must go on. I'm sitting and watching Blue Bloods and this stream. Blue Bloods. I heard it's a really good show. Is that on Peacock now? Hey, Chris, I saw your shore pics. First of all, I hope you had fun. Second, why did you never call and ask me to come to my shore house? It was a family vacation. I was with family the whole time. And it was very, it was a fun
like fun.
vacation, but it was overwhelming. It was a lot of fun. But it was our first vacation, taking the baby. So it was definitely different.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, definitely different. Yeah, my parents went to Atlantic City for the night for their anniversary. They went to Gordon Ramsay's steakhouse, and super expensive. Like they were not happy about the prices, but the food was some of the best food they've ever had. Don't know if you've ever been there, Slutsky. I think it was either at Harrah's or Caesar's. They went to. But yeah, we were in Ocean City. We stayed in Ocean City. We usually do one night in Wildwood, Slutsky. Which one? Hell's Kitchen? No, not Hell's Kitchen. It was I think it was just Gordon Ramsay's Steakhouse. Yeah, it was Gordon Ramsay's Steakhouse. I'm pretty sure. There's 3 I think down there now. There's a pub and grill. There's a pub. There's a steakhouse, and there's Hell's Kitchen. They went to the steakhouse.
How are we now?
Great.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
The Ethernet cord was not plugged all the way in.
That's why. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
But now your audio is out of sync with the video.
Well, now
It's
you
fine.
just like jumped.
Yeah, you jumped.
We hear you.
You want me to refresh? I'll refresh.
No, now you're fine.
Okay.
Everybody's fine now.
You're also you look like a potato again. Does your in the bottom right of your screen? Do you see the Wi-Fi symbol?
No, I see that it's plugged in.
Perfect. You should be good then. You look horrible, but you sound great. You sound damn
Fantastic.
good, Scott.
Let's.
But yes, Lusky. So we stayed in Ocean City for the whole time. Did not make the trek to Wildwood, which I wish we could have. But it was just too much with the baby. She has to eat every 3 hours, which means she has to eat every 2 hours. So every 2 hours, we have to go back to feed her. And most of the time, I'd go back with Emily because I felt bad. But sometimes I'd go out and I'd stream. Right, Scott? I'd go live.
Yeah, one
And by
time.
sometimes, I meant once.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah.
All
It
right,
was
we
good. It was
ready?
a good stream, though. I didn't want to.
It was,
I didn't,
yeah, it kicked-
I didn't want to embarrass you. That's why I didn't do it again.
Sarah, he goes live.
He likes
Steakhouse at Harrah's.
300
Yes, let's
viewers.
go.
Like
Steakhouse at
300,
Harrah's.
like maintaining at 300 to 350.
Yeah, people
views.
liked it.
Yeah.
And my sister and her fiance were having a blast with it too. I think they were
And he had
surprised.
shoddy cell service, but people stayed. People didn't care.
Yeah, it was. I think it was good content too. We were,
Yeah.
a lot of
It was.
flashing
It was.
lights
It was
and
good.
It was fun. I'd like to.
It
do
was
it again.
good.
Maybe every Wednesday I'll go to. Every Thursday I'll go down the shore.
I love that idea.
You should do it on Wednesdays because Wednesdays aren't that great already. So.
Where were you today? Did you sleep in?
Me?
Yeah.
No, long story,
I have time.
but I didn't go to a park today. I was supposed to. Remy went by himself because I was like, yeah, man, I'll be there at 9:30. And then 9:30 rolled around. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to have to bail. I'm sorry.
I knew Remy was at Magic Kingdom because he checked into every attraction he went to.
The plan was to go to Epcot today. But anyway. All right. 3, 2, 1. Like the guy said, we're the No New Friends podcast, the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Voted #1 by our friends and family. If you'd like to connect with us, all of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse. For as low as $2 a month, you can get exclusive content, be a part of contest, etc., etc. Right now, we are live on the YouTube every Wednesday night at usually about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Wednesday mornings, a group of us go to the parks, the Orlando parks, and we live stream on the TikTok, so make sure you follow us there. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my amazing co-host, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Shout out to Orlando Weekly.
The Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
That was a very long intro.
And our producer, Alex. So, guys, if depression of middle age wasn't bad enough already, something has happened to me.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I need to share it with everybody, but I have joined a very exclusive club.
Oh, dude.
And when I say exclusive, I mean three out of the 4 of us on this podcast. But here we go. I gotta take this off real quick. But now I have
Oh
to
my
officially
God!
wear
Look at Four Eyes
glasses.
over here.
Wow.
Wow, what are those
my
rec
goodness.
specs? What are you
What a
going out to
nerd.
weed whack?
You look.
I look
You
like
don't-
Horace Grant in the mid '90s.
Wow, that's a
I don't know who the hell
compliment.
that is.
So I was at a conference last week, and I
For
took a
what,
picture-
nerds?
Yeah, it was a conference for nerds. Yeah, I got to figure out the headphones because they're not fitting on my ears right. But I was taking a picture of a presentation, and I couldn't read the words, and I'm like, oh no,
Oh no.
it's happened. It's happened. And like, well, you know, my dad was in his mid 40s when he got reading glasses, so I'm like, you know what, I need to go to the eye doctor, and I don't go to the doctor.
I can
But
tell.
Also, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. I've always wanted glasses, so I was like, you know what, let me go. And turns out, it's ever so slight prescription. Like one prescription down would just be non-prescription glasses, but they're progressive, so they're for reading. But I've lost 67 pairs of sunglasses just this year alone. So I was like, you know what? I need to get these progressives. That way I don't have to take them off. So like if I look through the top, that's, you know, I can see far away and they're non-prescription, but like the bottom corners, those are my readers. So here we are.
Gosh, got his readers now.
I got my readers now.
Oh my gosh. Or the anti-Ryan from North Carolina's.
No, that's the anti-Ryan. I like that. I
can't
like
read.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
So, Chris,
Scott,
this really weird thing happened to me this week.
you got glasses.
And-
I know you just
You
told
got
us.
glasses,
Yeah.
right?
Right. That was weird too. But I had a nightmare one night.
A nightmare.
A nightmare.
That you had to get readers. It was true.
Right. Just full circle. But Nick and Sarah, let me know if this has happened to you. But Chris's baby was in my nightmare.
Oh, you were gonna say in my dream for a second. You quickly
no.
corrected yourself.
But Chris's baby was not a normal baby. Chris's baby was like a snake baby.
What?
Like it had like, yeah, it like, but with teeth and like Nick's baby tried to Chris's baby tried to eat me. Like it had the teeth and like was but it was like big
Wait,
teeth, like the
Can you,
sandworm and
wait,
Beetlejuice.
can you make that noise again?
Yeah. Wait, close my.
You
I
kn-
gotta close my eyes real quick. Did it one more time. Wow. Oh.
It sounds just like the same voice you use on TikTok when you eat the corn.
But like the
think Scott just
sandworm and
edged me.
Beetlejuice. The sandworm and Beetlejuice with the extra mouth and all the teeth.
Oh
that
yeah.
was
yeah.
like
that was my child.
that was like Chris's baby, and Chris's baby was trying to eat me.
Wow. She is teething, so maybe you're like some sort of
was premonition.
Nostradamus. Yeah, I think
It was
that
a
might be
premonition.
I
it,
don't.
yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how this is a nightmare when you were FaceTiming Chris the other night, and the exact same thing happened. I don't. Can you call it a nightmare when it actually happened?
Chris's baby trying to eat me.
Yeah.
It is alarming.
Yeah.
It is alarming that you're having nightmares of my child. Was she
I
cute
know.
or was she just terrifying?
She was a snake baby.
Snake
I don't know.
baby.
Like
She was
she
cute.
looked cute. She looked cute, but then she opened her mouth and had the slithering tongue that, and then the teeth.
How was the CGI? Was it practical effects like Tim Burton, or was it like CGI? Wasn't like
Maybe
Quantumania,
more Tim Burton.
Right? All right, great.
Maybe it was more.
That's awesome.
Yeah, more Tim Burton.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, she's a spooky baby. She gets down with horror movies. We do watch a lot of horror movies together. So I think she'd appreciate that you had a dream, not only that that she was a snake baby, but that it was like a practical effect snake baby. You know what I mean?
Right,
Instead of
right.
a corny CGI.
Yeah.
I would be mad, but I think she'd be happy. Like if she could comprehend this, which one day she will. She's gonna respect this because
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
horror movies and jump scares that I put her through. I think she's gonna really like that.
Hang on one second. What? No, this is not Abby's time.
No, I'm whispering.
Oh, what's up?
Here.
What's up? Okay. Good night.
Taking a shower.
Okay. Sorry. Chris, I think what caused this is I was listening to something on the radio and they were talking about the Vincent Van Gogh or whatever with the face, with the like the melting face that you turned your baby into. Remember the picture when your baby was crying, like it was a day old.
Scream.
Yeah,
don't think that's Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, like, I heard
racist,
someone
actually.
talking about that, and I was thinking about you superimposing the baby on that picture,
Yeah.
and I think that's what was the nightmare.
Yeah. Do you guys like late at night think about like a Photoshop picture of my child too, or is that just a Scott thing?
Someone was talking about it on the
No.
radio.
My child.
Well, first off, what's the who listens to the radio?
That is kind of strange.
I do. I listen to real radio every day.
What are you opposed to fake radio? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
WTKS
been watching
104.1.
that-
WTKS, is that a slur? I have no idea what you
You've
just
been watching the fake news again too.
said. Are you listening to your Trump
No.
rallies? I have no idea what that means.
No, but you know what? I was watching it. I was watching this show called Ballers with The Rock. It's
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I was watching
on
the
from-
same one.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
no, that,
different ballers.
but it was on from 2015 to 2020. But so many N words, like every other word was N word. But like season 2, season 3 was right around the time that Trump got elected, and so you have all these football players talking about Trump. It was a just fascinating little time capsule.
Why'd you have to
back,
talk
but-
about like the N word in the show? It has
Because they
nothing
drop
to
it-
do.
Chris, they'll play music and just N-word this, N-word that, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have to like turn the volume down. I don't want people to think that I'm listening to things with N-words.
Wow, we're gonna have to clip that. That's gonna be really good, like splice places.
Alex, yeah, Alex, keep
tell me
that.
you've never listened to hip hop without telling me you've never listened
Yeah.
to hip hop.
I don't listen
Scott's
to
like,
hip-hop.
I love Macklemore.
Scott, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Wow. So you watch
I
Thank you,
Ballers
sir.
as well?
actually have to say that because I don't listen to a lot of hip hop. You know, I'm an oldies kind of gal, but there's one Bob Dylan song specifically that's one of my all-time favorites, and he does use that word, and every time I
Wait,
like
Bob Dylan?
Yeah, well, he's one of the biggest protest writers, and it's actually
he have a
song
pass?
about. It was a song about a boxer.
So he's allowed to
Actually.
use the N word?
Well, you have to listen to the song to
I'm
understand it.
going to, as soon as this episode ends, I'm going to listen
It's
to it.
it's a song about I don't remember his real name, but the Hurricane, the boxer.
I assume he's
that
African American?
Yes, and he was falsely accused of a crime and then locked in prison. So it's a song about that because of the injustice in it all. But he uses the word, and I
With the
will
hard R?
listen.
I think it'd be
Nah, it's
funnier
borderline.
if it wasn't.
It's
actually.
borderline,
Yeah, was
but
it
I'll
GA
listen to.
or the
It's-
hard R?
It's borderline. Like I don't
Okay.
know. It's kind of like
Hmm.
it's an older song. It's
It was
and
okay
Bob
back then.
Dylan.
Yeah, it
Have
was
you
okay
heard
back
his
then.
voice?
Unfortunately,
It's a little
yes.
hard to
Yeah.
decipher some things specifically. And
And
like
if it's
I
an
said,
old song, they were allowed to say that back then. It was fine.
well, nah, I don't think so. And I don't think he was using it, for that reason.
I gotta listen to the songs. It's just gonna make a lot more sense than this conversation
Well,
is now.
just a warning. It's like 8 minutes long, but it's really
Whoa.
well
I will
worth
probably
it.
fast forward.
Wow.
You know how many times I've listened to Freebird without shame?
That's good. That's my Guitar Hero
I'm
go-to.
just saying. It's like a 9-minute song. You can gauge any car ride by how many Freebirds it is.
You see in chat, North says, "Why do we have to read Huck Finn in school?" That was a white author, but they did not sing the word; they wrote it.
So writing it was okay.
I think so. In narrative, I think singing that word. Again, I have to hear the song.
Okay,
though.
it's
Can you sing the
one of
lyrics
those-
for
Sing
us,
it for us.
Sarah?
No, you can look it up. But
What's the
It's-
song called? Because I don't want to Google this. I don't wanna s-
Hurricane, Bob
Hurricane.
Dylan. Yes, it's
Hurricane by
literally
Lin-Manuel
one of the songs that actually tells a story. It's not,
So is it a musical?
No. Yes, because Bob Dylan is infamous for his musicals.
I don't know. Never heard of him.
Oh no.
You've never heard of
Nick,
Bob
we
Dylan?
we were friends, Nick. We really were.
I listen to Gaga.
All right, so
Brit-
I'm reading the
Britney,
lyrics right
Cher.
now. I'm reading
Okay,
the
you
lyrics
gotta
right
go
now. I'm
down
gonna read-
towards
that's-
that. You gotta like
that
go
is the
3/4 of the
hard
way.
R.
Yep. I'm gonna read the
Is it?
paragraph. I'm gonna read the paragraph, and I'm gonna censor the word. Without reading the rest of this song. And to the black folks, he was just a crazy N-word. No one doubted that he pulled the trigger. Imagine what he rhymed trigger with. And though they did not produce the gun, the DA said he was the one who did the deed, and the all-white jury agreed. I think he probably could have substituted the word.
Listen,
That's
well,
that's
yeah,
wild.
But it,
He wanted to use the word trigger. He had to have
It's-
something
It didn't
to
rhyme.
rhyme with it.
is it not intended to be some kind of quote though?
I've
This
never
is
seen
a
a
true.
quote
This is a
like in
true
a classroom
story.
or anything.
This is a true story.
Like yeah, that.
What year did that song come out? I mean,
like 2 years ago?
Well, 60s.
1975. Yeah, the N word
Is
was
this-
not. It was, everyday.
What, was he
usage.
trying to bring it back? Like I don't understand the motive here. This is wild to me. I'm gonna have to
It's
listen
not
to
really
this.
bringing it back in that time, is it? I mean,
So obviously, Bob Dylan was trying to rhyme here. Okay, so what
Sure.
other words could we have used there instead of crazy? Ed
Okay.
well,
And to the
pulled
black folks, he was just crazy.
Okay,
No doubt, he pulled the trigger. I think he could have just skipped the rhyme there. Even I think that
Trigger
would have
and
been
crazy
way more
doesn't rhyme.
acceptable.
he could have said trigger, and then that would have been more acceptable, right?
No, actually, I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. I really don't think that's how it works. Wow.
All right, so Sarah likes songs with the N word in it.
Bob
yeah.
Dylan, we're
Sometimes I
canceling
bring
We're
things up
canceling
and I
Bob
just
Dylan.
immediately forget it. Like I just want to forget it because I'm like, there's always some way that it ends up with me looking awful.
That's not you. You didn't write the lyrics of this song.
You not right.
yeah,
there.
but
you just like
but
the song.
I know every word to the song because I listen.
So do you
to
like
it a
sing
lot.
it? Do you sing it like in the car?
Every word except for that one. I'm telling you, full blast the whole song, and then I kind of do one of those parent things where I turn it down really fast and I turn it back up.
I don't even want to hear that.
Well, you don't know where I live. I don't want to come off any kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
That
That
is-
would not go for you.
That is that's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. That is crazy. I feel like this was he did it on purpose. Like I feel like he was like
Okay.
I'm doing it in a historical sense, but he just wanted to say it.
But are you familiar with Bob Dylan as an artist?
So
Like, what
do notoriously hate Bob Dylan.
do you really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think his voice could be like Saddam Hussein bad. Like as far as like Saddam Hussein is
You
just a
can't
bad
say
human
that.
being.
He's a Jew.
I don't know if Saddam hated Jewish people. He just hated people. I don't think it was just
Well,
I think it was just people.
Wait, Bob Dylan was Jewish?
Robert Zimmerman.
Wait a second. Who is Robert Zimmerman?
I'm
Are we
so
just throwing out
confused.
names now?
Bob-
what is
Bob-
happening?
Bob Dylan's real name is Robert Zimmerman.
What?
Total Jew.
What?
Yes.
Oh, now I'm anti-Semitic because I hate Bob Dylan. I hate this.
No, I started out that way. I really didn't like Bob
You started
Dylan.
out
but-
anti-Semitic?
Well, I'm allowed to be if I have to be in some cases, you know? But I did start out hating Bob Dylan, and then I started to actually listen to his songs and his lyrics
Then I
and the
heard
things that he
Hurricane.
talked about. Listen, I just went through all of my vinyls today and organized them all, and I'm like, holy crap, I have so many of his records.
Is Like a Rolling Stone one of his worst songs or best songs?
Well, that's
To you. Like a Rolling Stone. That's what he
it's
sounds
not a
like.
favorite of mine. It's
Okay,
not a
okay. You
favorite
know
of
what? Then I'll
mine.
give him a chance because I think that song's horrible. And by horrible, I think
There's
it's
a
really,
lot of
really
songs.
bad.
There's a lot of songs that he did. You know, All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix.
No, I don't know that one.
No, how? Oh, jeez. Well, originally done by Bob Dylan.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You ever hear Nails on a
Chris
Chalkboard?
Dane
That
is
was
rolling in his
originally
grave right now.
Nails on a Chalkboard was originally done by Bob Dylan too. You know when you get
okay,
a flat
Sarah.
tire? You know when you get a flat tire on the highway? You're like, and it's just like the worst sound. That was actually Bob Dylan. It was inspired. That sound was inspired by Bob Dylan.
Didn't Bob Dylan die in a car accident?
What? He's
Oh.
still alive.
Bob Dylan's still
Wait,
alive?
what?
No, he's not.
Yeah, I just saw
No
him in
sh- no way.
concert not too like. Well, I saw him like 8 years ago.
That was Robert Dylan, the tribute artist. That was definitely not Bob Dylan. Are you
No,
sure?
see,
I believe
know
you,
the
but I'm just
voice.
shocked.
I did. No, listen, I remember because I wanted to see him really bad, and then I ended up buying the tickets the night before for like way less, and obviously I'm gonna remember that. So I sat like
Oh, wow.
6th row to see him.
Yeah, he just looks dead.
Oh,
Right.
he has for a very long time, but he's still fantastic.
I cannot believe he's still alive. I feel like it's a Mandela
Wait.
effect. I feel like he died. They brought him back. Like someone went back in time.
He got a Nobel Prize award in 2016 from, spoiler alert, plot twist, Barack Obama.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Orlando Weekly.
So, Bob, I really like the use of the N-word. Thank you. Your Nobel Peace Prize.
So somehow that impersonation of Obama was more offensive than him using that word in Hurricane.
But okay, I thought Bob Dylan died in a car accident. Like, wasn't he part of the Brat Pack? The Rat Pack?
Pack?
The Rat Pack. The Rat Pack.
That is not very brat
What?
of you.
Like Sammy Davis Jr.
No,
and
it's and Dean Martin
Sinatra.
and Frank Sinatra.
They
No,
all-
Bob Dylan doesn't fall under
Yeah,
that
what?
category at
That's
all.
ridiculous. What, is
Dean
he all-
Martin's the one that's dead.
Yeah, super dead. Car crash.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah.
Dean Martin. I thought this whole
I
time we were
don't
talking about
even
Dean
know-
Martin.
Yeah, like
Oh.
not even like one similarity between the two. Like there was like
Oh, yeah, I
12
don't know
degrees
how
of
you
Kevin
got that
Bacon
mixed
between
up.
them. Take your
This is
glasses off.
a
You're making fool of
mind-blowing
yourself.
day to me.
You're not smart. Take those glasses off.
You're an insult to people who wear glasses.
I thought Bob Dylan was racist. You're the racist one against people that wear glasses. Wow, that's this I feel like was worse than reading the lyrics to Don't They Know It's Christmas by Live Aid, by Band Aid.
Nothing beats
So North in chat goes, I was joking when I said Bob Dylan was born in 1910. I believed you. I believe you full-heartedly.
Chris, I wanted to bring up something, and I love the way that you conjugate.
Oh,
But
my
also,
God.
I need you guys to move out of the way. I'm gay.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
I have no clue what the fuck just happened that last segment. So it's time to move forward. We need to talk about back to school. Oh, I get a new. It's got like glitter and everything on here.
Oh, I
that's-
haven't been able to
that's-
use this in a long time.
I love it.
Yeah.
It is.
What?
If you're wondering what we're talking about, if you watch us on YouTube, you have backgrounds and all that. Why is my head so big on it? That's the concern. But we've got
It's creepy
backgrounds and cool graphics.
Shiny objects. ADHD just kicked in.
Squirrel.
Scroll. So, Chris, I love the way you conjugate that song that you wrote was beautiful, and I can't wait to make it go viral.
Oh, I've done here
Sounds
talking
amazing.
about Nick. I'm sorry about that.
Is that Spank Bank material for you, Nick?
Oh, wow.
Kinda.
Wow, I still know all the lyrics, Nick.
Were you 18?
I plead the fifth.
What's legal age in
I
Jersey?
think I was like.
Awkward. So
We'll meet
I
in
want to talk.
Florida.
We've been talking about the past few weeks about school and back to school. So just want to give you guys a little update on how back to school has gone for us in our household here. So Piper entered the first grade.
Oh,
Oh,
that's big.
It's a big deal. Which she went to. She's in a new building this year, but also my niece is at the same school, and my niece just started kindergarten. So it was super exciting for Piper to have our relatives in the same building. She was nervous to make new friends, and Piper's still not making new friends quite yet.
I find that hard to believe, Nick.
We did too.
Piper's
until
like a rock star.
until we found out that
Because-
she's kind of like Prison Mike.
Prison
Oh.
Mike.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with The Office and Prison Mike,
You wear a purple bandana. That's cool.
so apparently we found out from my brother that Piper has not been. She's been a little bossy on the playground, to the point that
that doesn't shock me at all.
I don't know where she gets this from. She's not a drama queen at all. So we found out that she's been meeting up with our niece at recess to play with her because they're not in the same classes or anything. So they play together. Piper, well, my niece has a friend already in kindergarten, and Piper did not let the friend play with them because she didn't have the right color of t-shirt on that day.
What?
So
She had a gang? What is
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say, is this gang activity?
I don't know if it's gang activity. I don't know if she's watched Mean Girls too much to the point that like you can't sit with us if you aren't wearing pink on Wednesdays, like stuff like that. Maybe she's getting it from that. I don't know. But yeah, so she said that she the friend couldn't play with her because she wasn't wearing the right color clothes that day.
Oh, wow.
I
Come to
respect
find out, it's basically just Piper being. She's a year older than my niece, so she's kind of the boss, I guess, in their friendship group.
Yeah.
So we feel like she's just kind of claiming ownership or just dominant side of herself, of basically saying that nobody else can play with her except for her, and it goes by her rules.
I like that. I think that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
So this is healthy, right, guys? I'm asking you with older
absolutely.
kids. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went through it. I had a 10-year-old and older club when I was 8 because my friend was 10 and I didn't want anybody else to hang out with them. So I told everybody that I was 10 so that we had our own exclusive club. So listen, I think that we all go through that. At least
Yeah.
us girls in that age. Don't worry. Well, I don't know. I'm only 30. We'll see.
Yeah, it's was a surprise, I guess, to hear, but also not. Because, like you said, I don't know where she gets it from. It's from me.
Yeah.
Mostly me. A little bit of Sean.
I mean, your segment is literally called "Move, I'm Gay," so I wonder where she gets the bossiness from.
You know, she might listen to the podcast sometimes too. So maybe
Which
she's
is why she doesn't have any friends.
Maybe she's
you're on a
on a li-
podcast that says no new friends.
yeah. It would make sense.
I learned my lesson after the vape episode to not let the girls listen to anything anymore.
So we had a talk with her, and she's now basically making friends by passing out stickers, and now there's a sticker war. Because we gave Piper, she wanted to give stickers to our niece's friend to like basically say, hey, I want to be friends with you too, kind of thing. So we gave her a sheet of stickers, 4 sheets of them. So there's like 20 stickers there. And apparently she gave the sheets out instead of just 1 sticker. So now kids all over the playground are fighting over who gets the sticker. And I'm pretty sure Piper is now the most popular kid because of stickers.
Oh.
So pretty proud
That's all
of
you
that
gotta do
moment
is send
there.
a sticker.
Yeah, and on top of that, if you saw my stories and watch me, so I've been posting a lot on social media lately and my stories, just kind of talking about my day-to-day life and mental health, trying to basically become more of a mental health advocate. As you guys know, I suffer from ADHD, anxiety, and depression, and now it's bounced off, and Scott is suffering from the same things because of his obsession with hot indie. And
It's anxiety by insertion.
yeah.
Wait, what?
What? Who's getting? So I've been posting on my stories and just kind of talked about it today. That my life has been a mess lately. I feel like I'm very far behind on life to the point that we started pulling out some papers from first grade of her coloring and stuff, just kind of checking in, see how things are going, and also realized that she was nominated as the Rock Star of the Week.
Rockstar of the week.
Wow.
So she is the first one of the school year that gets to be the Rock Star
She's
of
a
the Week.
natural Bob Dylan.
Yeah, so she gets to each day kind of celebrate and bring in a rock star moment. I'm just gonna keep passing over that one because that's why we moved, because Bob Dylan's dead to me.
Dead to me until dead. Honestly.
So each day she was allowed to bring in her favorite book that she could read to class. So today's book was No David, which is kind of similar to Ooh David a little bit from Schitt's Creek. She got to bring in a stuffed animal or something that meant something special to her. And tomorrow we get to write a letter and seal it in an envelope and basically kind of tell our side of the story. So we'll be writing that tonight. Maybe I'll read it to you guys next week. 'Cause
Can't
it
wait.
could be entertaining. Who knows how fun we'll make with it. But super excited and proud of her for getting that. I mean, she got Suit of the
Yeah.
Month last year, so we're not surprised because she is a rock star. So
That's awesome, Nick.
even though she's a little bit of a mean girl,
That's fine.
so
She's got to
it
be.
happens.
She's got to stand on.
Yeah.
She stands on business. I get it.
Yeah. So how was your guys' first weeks? Okay. Not good.
School didn't
Well-
start for us up here in New Jersey yet, so I'm chilling.
Yeah, you haven't hit Labor Day yet.
Yeah, and Chris, I did need to discuss the bus situation again because it's
Let's
still
hear
an ongoing
this.
issue.
Let's hear this.
We live 2 minutes from the school, and by 2 minutes I
Yes.
mean a 2-minute walk to the
Yeah.
school.
hmm
So why does she need to be on a bus?
That's your first.
She
problem.
she doesn't have to be on the bus. We could walk her if we want, but for some reason, when they built the school and connected our neighborhood to it, they decided to stop the sidewalk halfway there.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there's no
cool.
sidewalk. So you have to walk in the street to get to the school.
No, we don't
So
do that.
clearly clearly a safety issue.
Like literally here in Florida, it's if you live within 2 miles of the school, there's no bus for you.
We live in a really amazing school district that
fine
we don't
up
have to
here.
pay school taxes. We apparently don't have to wear seatbelts on buses because that's a thing.
Nobody
apparently
does.
in other states.
Not a real thing.
We opted for the school bus just because I am also lazy and don't want to walk to school in the wintertime when it's snowing out.
That's why I have a business.
That's fair.
Thank you.
So it's a 2-minute ride to get to school. Today it took her 40 minutes to get home.
Oh my
Explain that.
gosh. Explain that. Call the transportation department. That's how I would explain it. No, it sucks.
They're having a bus driver shortage still,
The whole country
unfortunately.
is, yeah.
And Chris, could you come here, please? And just
Sure, and
drive?
after I do that, I'll help you take your kid to school.
Perfect.
Have you ever thought about expanding, Chris?
Business-wise or Nick-wise?
He's
Yes.
I'll expand him later.
Because, yes.
No, go into Ohio with the business.
Yeah, no, not
Well,
doing that. not
he
doing
doesn't
that.
even work anyway.
Yeah, I know. Too much work. Too much. We have
That-
way-
that-
Well, you could-
that's
way
You
too
could have
much work.
Sean run the Ohio brand.
No, that's,
but we don't want Sean driving.
that is also.
Okay,
That is
fair.
also.
He can't handle that portion.
No. Maybe you can like put the stickers on the vans though, or something.
Yeah.
Let's figure something out.
Give him an easy test.
Yeah.
And we'll give him a sticker for doing a good job.
Just be very clear. One sticker per van,
Yes,
not the
yes.
entire sheet.
He would decorate the whole thing and probably put glitter everywhere. So.
So Nick, before you step aside,
Okay.
I was not going to talk about this story at all, but when I looked further into it, because I was writing a cliff note about it, because I like to write about news sometimes, it's too good to not talk about. Have you guys heard about the horny dolphin in France?
What?
There's a dolphin that is sexually assaulting beachgoers in France, and this is not a joke. This is an actual thing. New York Post wrote an article. Swimmers, beware of this loved up and sexually aggressive dolphin. And the reason why we have to talk about it is because the dolphin's name is Nick.
That is perfect.
Can you send me the address for this? 'Cause for
And
research.
Apparently, he's gone on it's been like years, but this year is like worse than ever. But my favorite part of the article is that the last sentence: dolphins are apparently not the only aquatic critters that have the hots for humans. Last month, a study populated that sea snakes attack people too. Nick, I think this
Wait.
article's about you.
Like
Do-
an eel?
Dolphins named Nick and sea snakes?
A sea snake.
Come on. Come on. So anyway, horny dolphin over in France. I yield my time for the Move I'm Gay segment. Just need to bring that up real quick.
Well, I mean, speaking of France, if you want to book your trips to France, just contact me at Sandpiper Vacations, and I'll get you over there. And
If
you
you're
can.
if you're not matching with anybody on Grindr or Hinge, whatever, hey, take a trip over to France. With a dolphin.
We
that wants
got
to
a
hang out.
dolphin for you.
That's quote.
Bestiality. Head on over to France.
That's quote sexually aggressive.
Well, that is all of the gayness and parenting I have. Thanks.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
Just for the people watching on YouTube, so I'm on this New York Post article, and the related article. It says, "See also, hapless tourist gets humped by frisky dolphin." It's supposed to be like a
Wow.
common thing. Anyway, if you're into that kind of stuff, look it up. Probably a whole page for you on Reddit.
Interesting. So, Sarah, I just happened to notice that I'm looking at a different background today. Like, there's no
You
fridge in the
are.
background.
There's no
There's
TV
no-
on the
I
floor.
I see a
TV on the
working
floor.
TV.
There's no Lewis.
There's a TV up on
That's
a
on the
TV
wall?
Stand.
Wait a minute. Wait, we
Don't
don't get
tease
Lewis
him.
anymore?
No,
There's-
he's sitting next to me.
Whoa, whoa!
I know.
All right, you guys need
This is
to
dangerous.
remodel already.
Hand check. Yeah, remodel. Get a new desk.
Oh, sorry. I
So that can
know.
only mean one thing. You have finally moved.
I have. I finally moved.
Congrats.
Yay.
Thank you. And I finally it's official because I turned in the keys to the apartment. So for a minute, it was like we were sleeping here, but I was still going back to the apartment every single day to pack more, move, clean, all that. So it was a
I like that you called it
lifted.
sleeping.
Well, my eyes were closed for a minute, so it counts, right? Yeah, so finally turned in the keys and it was surreal, but here we are. We spent so much time there, so it was happy but sad. So
How many years were you there?
excited. Almost 4.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
long for an apartment.
Yeah, and Lewis and I have been together for 6. So that's where
Wow.
we spent most of the time, with the girls and everything. So it was just a moment to stand back and take it in, and the whole place echoed and it was like so empty. It was a moment. But
Yeah.
now
Mhm.
we're in the house and they have their own rooms and they get home and just that's it. They go their separate ways, doors closed, like that's it. Minding their
Isn't
own
it
business.
great? That's the best part of like grade and middle school is they just disappear.
No.
You don't see them.
Oh no, Sarah
Well,
likes her kids, Scott.
no, I do. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
hanging out with them.
Yeah.
I'm always walking by. I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? What are we getting into? And they're like, doing our thing. I'm like, can I do whatever it is with you? I miss them. It's sad. But
They're like, no, ew, Sarah, go away.
I still had the entire house full of boxes, and for the 3rd time in, I don't know, an hour, I had one of the girls ask me, can my friend come over? Can my friend come over? Because last time I told her, your friends can start coming over when the house is actually like put together. Then I'm completely fine with it, but let me get everything kind of put together and not have everybody tripping over boxes. And so most of it has been put away now because I felt like I was going to end up the victim on an episode of 2020 if this child did not allow, if she didn't get her friends to come over. So here we are.
That's awesome.
I
I'm
will-
so happy. Go ahead.
I will say though, I thought I had an extra day, and you guys were going back and forth in the group text, and I kept hearing my phone going off, and I'm like, I know I'm missing something, and it's something important because you guys kept going back and forth, and I think I texted you guys back probably 12 hours later at minimum.
Sounds about right.
Because I thought that I had until Sunday to turn in my keys, which ultimately would have been Monday if you think about it, because the office is closed on Sunday. But then at work on Friday, I realized what the date was, and I had less than 24 hours to turn in my keys. So I had to go back to the apartment and scrub and clean and do everything in less than 10 hours.
Oh, that's so okay. That makes me anxious. But what makes me even more anxious is whenever I leave a hotel room, even if I didn't sit on the couch, I start ripping up the seat cushions just to make sure no one else sat on the couch and nothing fell out of their pockets, right? Dude, were you like tearing things apart in the
Oh my God.
apartment, like making sure you didn't leave anything? Like
I
drawers and-
opened every single drawer and every single cabinet, especially after 4 years. I mean, things could have gotten
Sure.
pushed back in the weirdest places.
And they probably
so-
did. You probably left a lot of stuff back there, Sarah.
But you know what? I had a moment
Just
that
pull the refrigerator. Look behind there.
I not to look, but to clean.
Oh.
Oh,
You have no idea how many things.
I
fall
want
behind
my security
refrigerators.
deposit back, okay? So I cleaned under, around, inside every single thing, but I had a realization that if it is something that's lost, it's probably been lost for a very long time, and therefore I don't need it anyways. So it can
That's a really good
belong
way
to
to
the
look at
apartment
things.
complex now.
I wish I could look at things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't look at everything like that.
Yeah, I
If
was
I
gonna say-
knew what it was that I lost, I'd probably be pissed. But whatever is like just floating around in there now, and I don't know what it is, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm mentally ill, so it's a little different.
Well,
Like I would start
I'm
tearing up
mentally
the
ill
floor.
in different ways. so.
I would start tearing up the floors. Like, what if I left something under this floor tile?
I probably used I don't know, $50 worth of Lysol wipes in the apartment upon numerous other things, because that's my mental illness. Is I noticed every single particle of dust in every single corner. So I had to go, and then the office closes at 5 o'clock. I showed up there at like 4:52. Because I'm getting every minute of my freaking lease in. If I'm going
Oh,
to
absolutely.
clean this place, I'm going to do it, because I thought there was more to the process. And then I show up and they're like, "Oh, where's your keys? Sign this paper that you turned in your keys. Okay, bye, thanks." That was it.
She's like, no farewell basket. There's
I
no
could have
party.
showed up at 4:59. I could have got the extra time in, but
Been a
it's
tenant
fine.
for 4 years. Damn it.
Well, and then she looked at me and I said, "So when do I get, a notification on, what I might or might not get back for my deposit or whatever?" And she said, "Oh, well, if you guys clean the carpets, just give us a receipt. If not, we'll get it done and we'll deduct it and you'll get the rest back." I'm like, that's it? I could have left the place trashed, and which wasn't the case to begin with, but we have a black cat, okay? There was fur everywhere. Like, I could have left it that way and still got my deposit back. My arms hurt. My legs hurt. Everything hurts.
Well, that's from something different. That was
No,
the
that just
celebration
doesn't
sex.
help.
Oh. Well, I'm so excited for you. I'm glad you guys finally moved in and
Yes.
all settled.
Thank you.
Yeah, very.
And then you
exci-
didn't have
very
to miss an
exciting.
episode because of things not being
That's the
plugged
main
in
thing.
properly.
No,
That is
actually, I want you all to know that I had the setup ready for last Wednesday, and it was, I don't know, 8 hours before we were supposed to record, and Lewis was like, "Oh yeah, what are we doing tonight since you're not recording?" The entire computer was set up like I
pretty
had a gun
funny.
to my head by Scott. Like, make sure that it's ready by Wednesday, and here I am. I had an extra week. But it's fine, Scott.
We're
I
in a
missed
healthy
you
relationship,
guys.
all of us.
We are.
Yeah.
Totally healthy.
I definitely did not have a gun. It was that crazy N-word with the trigger.
Oh my god.
I don't think. No, I don't. Like,
Go
I don't.
listen
I don't,
to the song.
yeah, I don't
okay?
think you could say
Go-
that actually. Yeah, no, you can actually. That's actually.
If it makes you
Alright.
feel better to see it written instead of sung, there's probably a book about it. So there you go.
You guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yes.
Yes.
I said yes.
Are you playing the thing or am I?
No, I forgot.
Flipping a fan boat, a crash in a truck. These states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
We're good to go. Love you, Scott.
I want to produce the show in real time. I wanna
You know
be the
what?
live
I said
producer.
I did say that.
Is it playing or
Oh no, we're
what's
good.
happening?
It played already.
No, it didn't. I'm
It's
watching
15
it right here.
seconds. You're watching. Why are you watching it? We told you your internet was bad. Why are you watching the stream on your computer? That's probably
Every
why you
week.
look like a potato again.
Oh, there it is.
My
I'm so
God,
far behind.
Like 45
Every
minutes
week.
behind.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom located this week in front of my computer where I'm watching the D23 announcements. I guess I could have just listened to the No New Friends D23 recap episode, which is a totally original idea and totally didn't steal the idea from our podcast. But whatever, No New Friends is not a Disney podcast apparently. Scott just uses Disney to lure in new listeners, which works way better than a van with free candy painted on the side of it. Anyways, it looks like we're getting an Encanto land in Animal Kingdom. I'm sure there's going to be a nice restaurant to go along with that. Speaking of which, Sarah said that she's married to a chef. Making quesadillas at Taco Bell does not make him a chef. He's no more of a chef than sandwich makers at Subway are artists. Scott said that land looks pretty cool in the artwork. Scott also said that Chris looks like a bus driver. Scott, I think you meant to say he looks like he lives in an abandoned bus down by the river. Speaking of Chris, I would like to see Chris and Scott race. First one under 300 pounds wins. I, for one, am glad that Chris is taking part in The Biggest Loser.
Thank you.
I just saw the movie Heavyweights the other day, and it took me an hour and a half to realize it wasn't a Chris Yob documentary.
Wow.
But if you're going to lose weight, Chris, you're going to have to avoid those adult Happy Meals at McDonald's. But, Chris, I know you said you wanted to go back to McDonald's and get another one of those collectible cups so you can test the durability on it and then just throw it away when you're done. Scott was confused. He's used to the first one he gets as being the disposable one. Sorry, Darren. Speaking of Scott's fourth favorite child, Darren said he wanted to go get the Shrek cup from McDonald's. Not because it reminds him of his childhood, but quite the opposite. It reminds him of his father. Well, it looks like Monsters Inc. Land is going to have the first suspended ride at a Disney park. Kind of funny because Scott was the first guest to get suspended from the parks. Well, I'm sure kids will love that ride. Speaking of kids, Scott has an app on his phone that'll track children. Well, his child on the bus. But then again, Scott's on an app that tells the parents of the other children that he's on a list. God help him. Chris said that God has a high body count. That's true. He's up there with Attila the Hun and Hillary Clinton. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and listen to the Destination Diz episode on D23 where they did a proper recap of D23. So while I do that, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. So for our first story, a man is accused of trying to kill a woman with a pair of scissors. And for our second story, a woman is charged with a hate crime after attacking a gay man.
All right. Nick, let's go with you first. The scissor killer and hate crime woman.
Definitely Florida for the hate crime.
Okay. Sarah?
Yeah, hate crime, Florida.
Chris?
I'm gonna say hate crime New Jersey. There's some pretty scary parts of New Jersey.
I'm also going to, I think hate crime for a gay man, I think that's a misdirect. So
some-
I'm going hate
Some
crime.
weird skinheads
Jersey
in New
and-
Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out the answer.
So our first story is from New Jersey, where a 42-year-old man is being criminally charged after police said he stabbed and wounded, pretty sure those are the same thing, a woman at a hotel. I don't know if I believe this, because I learned last week that scissoring isn't real. I always just heard it was harder for left-handed lesbians. So that means our second story is from Florida, where in Daytona Beach, a woman is facing multiple charges, including a charge labeled as a hate crime after she attacked and threatened a gay man and punched a cop during an arrest. According to the report, the couple was sitting at the hotel hot tub when the woman started splashing one of the men aggressively before punching one in the head and neck. This isn't the worst story I've heard about a gay man in a hot tub. The last gay man I know that used a hot tub ended up with a medical term I think it's called dick farts. It's a condition where he literally farts out of his penis. Nick, this may need some explanation. And in other news, in Missouri, a bald eagle was thought to be hurt, but really was just too fat to fly away. This is the most American bird I've ever heard of. Anyways, that's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Sarah is sitting there going, wait a second, did I splash someone in a hot tub?
You know, it's not that actually. So first of all, I got to know where it is. Okay, I have to know. And then second, it was at a hotel, which I've worked in more than one hotel in the area. So I got to know which hotel. And then on top of it, I've worked in the service industry in Daytona Beach for 14 years. I got to know if I know this person.
Yikes. Sarah was
Like,
that
I
was me on
immediately,
break.
I will see something on my news app that says Daytona Beach, and I immediately click, and I'm like, man, do I know this person? But I don't know her.
Thank goodness. You know what's weird
She looks
too?
rough.
You know what's weird is, you know, the three of us are either from Florida or New Jersey, and
That
we
was
like
Daytona Beach
we like
Shores.
do little like
Oh, wait, no.
fist
Yeah.
pumps like when we're right about these things. Like these are not things we should like take pride in being in our states. Like we look so deranged.
I just want to be right.
We look
I
so
just-
deranged.
Well, I'm just surprised that a hate crime about a gay man would actually make news in Florida, because I feel like you guys would just be like,
Yeah, just
yeah.
we just like to call it crime. That's all.
Well, it
Yeah.
says she also punched a cop, so maybe that's what really.
That's
Oh, yeah,
what it was.
that's
That's what
that's
made the
actual
news,
news.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
was,
And it was in the Delta Hotel off of South Atlantic
Oh
Avenue.
my God, my friend used to be the front of. Oh my God, used to be the front desk manager there. See, I know everybody. And
know
worked there
everybody.
at
I'm
that
so
time,
popular.
actually. No, I worked too much.
Yes. Chris, how's Biggest Loser going? And also, how's the weight loss going?
Wow, that was pretty messed up, Scott. It's pretty messed up.
That's rude.
I've gone
You
on a
called me Four
diet.
Eyes at the very beginning of the episode when I put my glasses
I
on.
can, unlike Bob Dylan, I can make like slurs towards people of the same category as myself.
You do
Works
have
for
dial-up.
Jews, too.
You do have like dial-up internet tonight, so it looks like you have like 12 eyes.
I
don't know what's up with that.
Definitely.
Looks like my child drew a face and that's your Zoom screen.
The biggest
No,
loser-
your screen's fine. That's just how I look.
You look like one of the Dudley boys. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta send you a picture. You're gonna crack up. Anyway, Slutsky's knows what I'm talking about. You look exactly like him. But anyway, Biggest Loser Challenge is last week took a little bit of a pause because I was on vacation.
How long have you been doing this for?
Like 2 weeks. now one week. But so when I came back,
1 week and you took a pause the first
so
week.
when I came back from vacation, I joined MyFitnessPal. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Do you guys know what MyFitnessPal is? The app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used
yeah.
to-
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
used to use
we've
that.
all been there. We've all been there. So
Not me.
I know.
We
so
can
Scott's like, I got Grubhub. Is that the same thing? So MyFitnessPal, you track all your calories of what you're eating and stuff. So I started a while ago. I started yesterday, and actually it was 2 days ago. So the first day, it said I could have like 1,800 calories, something like that. And it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, I'm doing real good. I have like 700 calories today. That's it. She's like, that's like not good. Like that is not
Right.
healthy. Like I'm trying to get the low score. Like I'm like playing golf. Like I'm trying to get like the lowest to 0. I'm trying to get into the negatives. Like I'm like taking extra walks and stuff. And so she did force me to like eat like an English muffin with peanut butter to get me over 1,000 for the day, which actually I looked up. I was actually killing myself by doing that. It was not good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a little dramatic. I just was not doing good. So anyway, malnutrition I think is the word. So anyway, so that was the first day. Yesterday I ate a pastrami sandwich. I was in North Jersey, so I had that for lunch. Saw how many calories was in it, and I just had the other half for dinner because I was like, I can't eat anything else besides this. Ice water is very low in calories, so I've been eating a lot of ice and drinking a lot of water. It's crazy how you look at foods now. It's like I'll log something and be like, it's really offensive. Like I went to Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I was like, let me get this chicken wrap. It doesn't look too bad for you. Calories not bad. It's like 280, right? And then I log it, and then they're like, you're allowed to have 2,000 milligrams of sodium. This was 1,200. So just watch yourself. It's like that's really bad because this was my first meal of the day, and I had I don't know how much that is of sodium, but it sounds like a lot. If I had more than half my intake of, don't say like fitness and sodium, you're like 50% sodium yourself. So very jarring actually. So I'm doing the MyFitnessPal thing. I'll probably do that until the free trial's up, and then probably just go back to getting these collector's cups from McDonald's. It's really tough. That's what got me in trouble the first time was when they brought those adult Happy Meals with the chicken nugget collectibles. I went there like 2 times a day on average to try to collect all of them. So the collector's cups are out. I do have 14 of them. There's 8 that you can collect. I have like 6 doubles, so if anybody wants to trade, hit me up. Yeah, so the Biggest Loser is going good. I stopped tracking after around 7 at night because that's when I start drinking. And if you look at like a bottle of alcohol, like there's no calories on that. So I'm pretty sure it's calorie free. Like I have this bottle of whiskey right here. It just has a barcode.
Yeah.
It tells you the percentage of alcohol in it, and that's it. So I think these are all calorie free.
And you just it just gets peed out anyway. So.
That's what I. It's my understanding. It was imported by. I mean, this is really funny. I live in New Jersey. For anyone listening, I just read this first time. This is Irish whiskey. Imported from Jersey City, New Jersey. That's really funny, actually.
That is very funny.
So anyway, yeah, 0 calories on alcohol. I'm under the impression of I'm not gonna. So I don't log any of that stuff. So I usually stop eating halfway through the day and just start drinking, and things have been going really good. I haven't lost any weight, but by the end of the night, I feel really good about it. So yeah, I haven't stepped on a scale yet, but things are feeling pretty good, Scott. Things are feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Happy to hear it.
No, you're not. You want me to gain
Not
weight?
really.
You're waiting for the day where it's like, oh yeah, check in with the Biggest Loser. I gained 5 pounds. You're just gonna have a field day.
Oh, it'll be great. I
Yeah.
can't wait. Can't wait. Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I have a few, Scott.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
MyFitnessPal makes you do the same thing. It's like a competition to make the number as low as possible. Let me talk about this before I go into the Cliff Notes. You might want to splice this wherever you want it, but I edged today
Oh.
and burned like 200
Congrats.
calories edging.
Wait.
Hmm?
Like the gay edging?
Gay? No, I'm straight. Why would I have to
Straight
be gay
people
to
can edge.
I edge.
Right.
Yeah. No, I edged. It took me about an hour and a half of just straight edging. Early in the morning, it gets really hot to edge for that long. And I got up to 107 today in New Jersey in my car, apparently.
You edged
Wait,
in
you were
the
edging
car?
in your car?
No, but I went into my car I drove to Walmart after I edged to get
Okay.
something to drink. On a sugar-free Red Bull kick. It's another no-calorie thing. Must be good for you. But anyway, so yeah,
So
I
you're like the
edged-
Energizer Bunny and edging.
Absolutely. Well, after
Really?
the fact, I like to edge and then do an upper. So anyway, I had to wake up early to edge because they said like the heat. Oops, something is happening.
What are you doing edging outside?
No, so I edged and then I went outside and I had to do my lawn.
There
Couldn't
it
do
is.
that inside. Anyway, I was like, I don't know what I was getting at now. Oh, Cliff Notes, right? I did edge today. I did a horrible job. Like the edge of my lawn is like 6 inches in some spots. It's really bad. I'm learning though.
6 inches isn't bad.
I'm handicapped. I'm handicapped, so it's okay.
You can't say that.
I am. I'm handicapped. I could
can't say
probably
handicap.
apply. It's a handicap placard, Scott. What is it?
No, it's a disabled.
I
We've
don't
been
think
through
so.
this.
It's handicap parking.
It's disabled
Anyway.
parking.
For those of you who don't know about this, there was a dolphin that was sexually assaulting beachgoers in France. Now, this was very strange to people in France. It came as a shock. Now, to people in Miami, this was just Tyreek Hill.
Okay, Nick. Tyreek Hill is a football player for the Miami Dolphins.
yeah.
The gay dolphin?
No.
Nick?
Continue.
In other news, there was a cave collapse in Brazil. About 50 miners were buried beneath the earth. Now, upon hearing this, Scott immediately flew down to help. He was very disappointed when he found out that being a miner was their profession.
I feel like you told that joke before.
No, I literally just made it up tonight. I was like, that collapse didn't even happen. I was like, but that's a really good joke that I just made up. God rest their imaginary souls. At the start of the show, Scott informed us that he has glasses. Now, I hate glasses because you can't lay on a pillow comfortably with glasses. That's why I hate them. Scott hates wearing glasses because it puts him in a minority group. He's a glasses wearer now. He introduced us to his glasses and told us that they are progressives. Now, I already knew they were progressives because they're super taxing on your face. That's a good one. You think about it, right?
I like that one.
And lastly, I didn't have a lot tonight, but lastly, we talked about leaving things in hotel rooms. Now, the worst thing that I ever left in a hotel room was my wallet. Horrifying experience. The worst thing that Nick's husband Sean ever left in a hotel room was a paraplegic man. Forgot to put him back in his wheelchair. It's horrible.
Paraplegic. Oh,
Wow.
He definitely was not. He was the. What did he have?
Paraplegia. I think that's the correct
No,
term.
no.
He was on his way.
Oh,
Anyway, those are my cliff notes.
thank you so much, Chris. The paraplegia. It's it's
ALS? Was
Cerebral
it? Was it
palsy.
ALS?
Cerebral- yeah.
palsy. Yeah.
cerebral palsy.
Yeah, it evolves.
It evolves.
I think it evolves. Is paraplegia a word?
It can be.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah.
So we've got exciting dates coming up. October 2nd, we're going to be recording our episode 250, and we'll be joined, of course, by James Yan.
Who's in the middle of the Pacific right now?
Is he really?
He's on a cruise on Norwegian Cruise. He's got a gig. He's doing stand-up comedy on Norwegian Cruise Lines. Pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you're in the middle of the ocean, please stop by and go see James on Norwegian Cruise Lines. And if you want to see James, book through Nick at sandpipervacations.com to go see him
Yeah.
live in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to him. He's had so many things go on in his life, so can't wait to hear from him. And then I think October 9th will be our farewell to NNF recap episode, or farewell to No New Friends kind of recap episode.
Hosted by
And
Remy
then
from
October-
Remy's Roundtable.
What's that?
Hosted by Remy from Remy's Roundtable.
We could do a roundtable discussion. I like
was
that,
kidding.
actually.
No, because I thought that you would be
And
really
talk
pissed
about
off
theme parks.
if I had said that someone else would be on the show.
Then October 16th, I don't know what we're going to do yet, but October 23rd, because Nick's not going to be here on October 16th. So we're going to push the first episode of Parents Night Out will be October 23rd. Is everybody here for that? Sarah's not.
I think so.
Okay.
October 23rd.
Yes. But Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on the Instagram at Old Soul Thrift and on the TikTok at Super Sarah 94.
Yeah, I'll
Nick?
be here, Scott.
Was that your pussy?
I had to check my calendar.
It was my cat.
You can find me at Emotional Support Gay Nick on Instagram and Sandpiper Vacations on all social media platforms.
Chris?
You can find me at Chris Yob on Instagram and at Chris Yob NNF on TikTok. And thank you. I've actually had some people follow me on Instagram that listen to the show. So I've been posting a lot of stories of my child. And she's pretty cute. She's pretty cute. Some of my best work. So check me out on Instagram for cute babies. Cute baby.
Alex? Okay, Alex, you're going to have to splice this next part in somewhere after Jersey Man, Florida Man. Nick, there was something that was said in Jersey Man, Florida Man that I've got to circle back around, and that's dick farts.
Okay.
I feel like dick farts, I need an explanation.
That's what it sounds like when your dick farts.
Wait, is that a thing?
I didn't.
So what had happened was my husband has had the most crazy, insane health issues. Back in 2019, he, speaking of paralyzed, became fully paralyzed for a few weeks with a syndrome called GBS. He gained full recovery from that. After that, we started hearing some strange noises coming from when he was peeing, and it sounded like a fart. So right before a pandemic called COVID, he had to go have surgery because there's basically his penis was making fart noises.
Wow.
He had a fistula.
You got a fish stuck in there?
I don't.
What do you
maybe?
guys do?
The gays have gills, remember?
Maybe the
By
dolphins
By
made a shot.
insertion.
Yeah. We were hanging out with a dolphin in France, and what happened?
Talk about
Yeah,
a
so
blowhole.
He had some health issues where it was causing not to get too even more graphical than I already have been. There was some noises coming out and some other fluids coming out of his front area, and had to have surgery. And of course, right when he got out of the hospital, he got sent home with what we called a piss purse.
Nick, were you the surgeon by any chance?
No, we went to an actual doctor.
Okay.
Wait, a piss
A
purse?
piss purse.
Yeah, so it's basically when you get a catheter put in you and you get sent home with a bag that you have to pee in.
I think I probably could have
Yeah.
guessed that.
So we called it his piss purse.
Piss purse.
I love that.
So when he got sent home, actually this was after COVID was going on. This was the height of the second part of the pandemic where everybody was getting sick. So a few days later, he starts getting a fever.
Oh god.
And so we go to the hospital because he just got out of the hospital because he just had surgeries for like making sure that there was nothing super worse that was happening. And that's when the nurse came back into the room in a full hazmat suit and kicks me out of the hospital because my husband had COVID.
Oh my god.
So everything was fine with the surgery. So he still got sent home with his piss purse. He got stuck in isolation. So meanwhile, I'm potty training a 3-year-old girl and also dealing with a husband who's in isolation while he's in our bedroom Googling how to pull out a piss purse.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, he took out his catheter by himself by watching a YouTube video. So you
It's
can
on
find almost
YouTube?
apparently you can find almost anything on the internet.
So for
Almost.
25 cents a day, you can prevent dick
Yeah.
farts.
So we started an OnlyFans, and times were rough. We had to pay for those hospital bills. So things are fine. Things healed, luckily. But yeah, if you feel like your penis is making noises, you might want to get it checked.
What if he didn't? Or he just like, what if it was like a superpower? Like, what if he was Spider-Man, but it just
It got very awkward in like public bathrooms at like an airport or
it was
something.
loud. Was it
Oh,
loud?
it was obvious. Yeah,
Wow.
it was just so fun. So
It's not that big of a hole, though.
He queefed.
basically, that's what. So the reason Ryan brought it up is because we had a random conversation about it in our group chat with him, and now he likes to laugh about our piss purse and dick farts.
Wow.
So you're welcome.
If it's a gay queef, is it a queerf?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll be
this
here
is
all
what I
week.
love about our chat. I love Sydney. We're all making jokes about the dick fart, and Sydney's just, I thought he's okay. like,
Yeah, he's fine. Everything's healed. He's normal, ish.
Normal-ish.
Now he's getting Botox in his throat for something else, but it's fine. Everything's
Oh,
fine.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Keep it nice and tight. It's great. Good for you. Happy for
all right,
you.
Alex, let's splice this back in. You can connect with all of us. Just reach out. You can connect with us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review and rating on Spotify, Apple, anywhere else you do your podcast. We go live every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time while we record this thing. And then also live Wednesday mornings at the parks on the TikTok. On behalf of Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.
Thanks everybody for watching tonight. North, thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
North's
North?
North's from
There it is.
Disneyverse chat.
Yeah, North, thank
Oh,
you so
cool.
much, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's
Well,
Appreciate it.
he's a really awesome guy. He thank you, Sydney. He's a good episode.
Thank you, Sydney.
I feel like that was really fun, organic episode. Just a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, it was a
that
slow
was-
start. And then
That
it
was not made
picked
up. That's a completely 100% true story.
Those are the best ones.
We have the most random
Oh, thank
shit
you,
happen. Literally, most random shit happen in our life.
and most interesting piss happening in your life as well.
Yeah, it literally was. There was a hole between his butthole and his bladder, essentially.
People pay a lot of money for that. It's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
multi-talented, I guess.
So we should be back at normal time next week, unless I have another draft on Wednesday. But
Sarah's gonna
that's
quit.
why you join our Discord.
Sarah's gonna quit. Sarah's done. She's so done.
I know, Sarah, go to bed.
Sarah's like, move the draft, Dick.
I'll look at the week of the
Fine.
16th if we can try to record earlier or later that week.
No, let's no. Let's
wanna
not.
do
Let's
it.
not push. No. I don't want to. I don't because I have some ideas of something to do on the like. We can pretty much have 2 goodbye episodes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So like,
So you're
there's
bringing
other-
Mary back.
I want to make sure that like for the first episode of Parents Night Out, like you're definitely there. You're not moving things around. Like definitely there. So I'd rather just commit to the 23rd.
All right. Well, whoever's friends with my wife on Facebook, she just made a really cute post. I'm gonna cry looking at it. It's
Oh, I'm gonna go see
all
it.
these pictures of Ellie through the days. I can't even say years.
Through the days.
Through the days. I don't know why she
All
posted
the
it.
memories.
Which Sarah and Lewis, I will be in Disney Orlando October 13th through the 19th.
Oh, okay.
I have a conference the 14th through the 17th at the Contemporary.
Oh, nice.
Oh, before we get off of here, I'm gonna in October. So Six Flags is really stepping up their game this year. It looks like they're gonna have like a Halloween Horror Nights like license type thing there this year. Stranger Things, I think, is one of the houses. Like they have like scare houses, I think. Slutsky would probably know more about it. Slutsky, if you want to comment in the chat. That was pretty cool though that they're doing that. Slutsky's gonna tell me all about it because I'm not gonna be able to go. But I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's about it. All right. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, you got the Dada book. I'm looking at her pictures now. Puppy.